Hello everyone, this is Steve from Liquid Lens, and today I'm delighted to present to you our latest Opal doming machine and oven. So this is the Mark IV version. There's been a lot of customer feedback gone into the development of this machine, and to make life easier for everyone, we've modified the original design to make it simple and easy to put together, and more importantly to use. So this is the machine, similar in looks to previous models, apart from we now have the dispensing head on the left side. Control panel is very similar, but the big difference is Pete, who designs and builds these machines for us, came up with a great idea of splitting the dispensing head from the main body, which means that as a serviceable part, you can easily remove just this section, and I have one here. So the unit itself, you can see 3 mounting slots, 2 pipes which are your pneumatics to drive the cylinder, and essentially this unit comes off in a few seconds, and if you need to have it repaired or serviced, you can send it back to us. We're also going to come up with a service exchange system whereby we will ship you out a new unit and you send us back your one. So that's a big improvement. The second improvement, by being able to design and manufacture specialized assemblies using 3D print, which we invested in last year, Pete has been able to come up with a few more of the goodies. The next one, I'm sure a lot of high volume users are going to welcome, and that is we have on its way a much bigger 1500mm cartridge. So basically almost 4 times the capacity of what we have currently, and again on the same basis that it will be a plug-in dispensing head. So for those of you who buy the machine, you will be able to specify either a 400mm head, a 1500mm head, or both. And that then gives you the flexibility when you're making relatively small or much larger runs of domed labels, or whatever material it is that you're dispensing from the machine. So this one will be ready to ship towards the end of May. At the moment, this is the configuration we have. Opal 400mm, we even give it a new name, XL, simple reason, bigger cartridge option. So the Opal machine, very much based on what you know, but with some really important differences, which I'm going to go through right now. Probably the most difficult thing that you have to do with our existing Opal machines, as you will know, you have a dispensing pipe that you have to hold and point it at your labels. We would be the first to say that is a very tedious and sometimes difficult method to apply resin. So again, Pete, using his 3D print technology, has come up with a genius new way of combining the pinch valve, the dispensing pipe, and the on-off switch into one easy to use dispensing handle. So this way, once we've loaded the cartridge, the mixer, the pipe, we come straight into this dispensing handle, and that makes for a much easier operation of the machine. So to use the latest format of the machine, much easier again. Control panel is the same. So as usual, you load your cartridge with your mixer, with your pipe. This time the pipe has been threaded through the dispenser handle and across the pinch valve. Control panel operation is identical to previous models. So to start up, we press control. The machine then says, do you want to use me in automatic mode, or do you want to use me in manual mode? So we'll choose one for automatic, and it's now saying, okay, tell me how much resin you'd like to dispense, which we do this keying in a specific time. So at the moment it's set on 0.8 of a second, which will release the pinch valve for that time, and that then determines the amount of resin which will flow. So we're happy with that. The next setting is the pause between each dispense cycle. At the moment, you'll see we're set to half a second. You can speed it up, you can slow it down, but half a second, as you'll see, probably gives you the maximum amount of time you would want to wait between dispensers. So we'll say okay to that. Now we need to load the cartridge. So we activate the cartridge load button. Pistons come down, and if this was a live cartridge, you would see the resin flowing through the mixer, through to pipe. But because the pinch valve is locked in the closed position, it obviously stops any flow of resin. But now we're effectively ready to go. Second part of this video, we're going to do exactly the same, but we'll have live resin. But I just wanted to show those people who aren't used to our technology how this now works. All I've now got to do with my labels sitting on a magnetic tray and using these magnetic strips to keep the work flat and level, I can now start to dispense our polyurethane resin. So, stop start is on this button here, and it's easy as this. And you'll notice that we've also built an LED into the tip of the dispensing head, which allows you to illuminate your labels. And there we go. In response to customer requests, we've even built in an illuminated LED panel so you can see your work much clearer. So the whole procedure now is significantly easier for people to learn and use than we ever had. And hopefully this guy here, you will see, has made a massive difference to being able to operate a semi-automatic dispensing machine. Second part of the video will be live with resin, but hopefully this has given you an overview of what the machine does. If I just cover installation at this point, there are only two parts to the machine: the dispensing head, which, as I've said previously, 3 fixing screws, 2 pipes to the side of the control panel. The control panel, 4 screws, fixes it to the oven. And maybe you can also see that the oven has increased in height, which gets us to a much more user-friendly level for dispensing resin onto labels. The oven inside now comes with 20 magnetic work trays, and by using these magnetic strips, it's a much cleaner and easier way of keeping your labels flat during doming. So all in all, simple machine to operate, simple machine to install. The usual things here, we have an air pipe going to the dispensing gun. We have a control to the dispensing gun switch. This is our single phase mains input connector. This is our valve regulator, pressure gauge, and the alarm, which we still have. Perfect timing. We've changed the bleep a bit. So this alarm is telling us that it thinks we're working with live resin, and it's just telling us to be very careful. And that is our new Opal doming machine.